was not always around. I made you.
Today's topic is really a shame. It's such a nice day. It's been good recently. In the past 24 hours, we've actually had 2 earthquakes hit. One up in northern Sichuan in Jiuzhaigou, and also out in Xinjiang. Both of them like between 6 and 7 on the Richter scale. CCTV reported last night that it was 7.0 here in Sichuan and 6.3 out in Xinjiang. But I keep reading conflicting reports saying the one in Sichuan is like 6.5. I don't know which one is actually true, but so it could be between 6.5 and 7. Either way, it's a really serious earthquake, and there's so much damage right now. And there are videos circulating all over WeChat, all over Facebook, and it's a big deal. Obviously, it's not going to top the Sichuan earthquake of 2008, which was 8.0, maybe even 8.2, I think. But it's still a really serious thing. There's debris everywhere. Like, places have been destroyed. There's rubble, and like a few people have actually died. I believe like between like 7 and 12 people have died. Like almost 200 injured, and of course millions and millions and millions of dollars lost. It is an unfortunate reality here in China, especially if you're around the Sichuan area. Sichuan is a big kind of area for seismic activity. Earthquakes happen, you know, not terribly infrequently, less frequently than somewhere like, say, California, but it happens, you know, it does happen. As far as I know, I haven't ever heard of an earthquake in Xinjiang, but it probably does happen as well. I just, you know, I'm not really aware of it. Now, for those of you who don't know, Jiuzhaigou is actually a really big deal here in China. It is one of China's most famous nature reserves, and it's an incredibly beautiful place. Places like you wouldn't believe existed in China. It's just like being in a freaking postcard, you know? It's a huge draw for Chinese tourists. So obviously this earthquake is going to affect a lot of tourists, and quite a few tourists have been trapped in the rubble, and there's going to be a lot of revenue lost, and it's really sad to see something like this happen in such a major area during the high season. This is the high season for Jiuzhaigou. Thanks to social media, though, good things do happen. The earthquake happened at 9:19 p.m. and by 9:30, teams from Huaxi, China's #2 hospital located here in Chengdu, had already decided to go to the area and were already preparing things to go and help this place where thousands of people have been displaced and injured and all this other stuff. So it's fantastic. You know, social media is a really great thing. My social media blew up as well. Lots of people asking me if I was okay, people discussing it on WeChat and sending pictures and photos and just talking about it. It was, it's a big deal. But let's not forget that Jiuzhaigou was not the only place that was hit. Xinjiang was also hit with a major earthquake, but thank goodness Xinjiang is pretty sparsely populated. There's been about 8 killed and maybe like a dozen injured. So that's really good that the numbers are not as high as they could have been, but it's still a really serious, you know, earthquake. You can see the damage here up on the screen, and it is quite sad. China is a pretty mountainous country, and there are lots of fault lines throughout different parts of the country, and you know, it is just a reality sometimes you have to deal with. Well, sorry that today's video was such a bummer. Shit happens sometimes. Life is not always pretty and beautiful and positive and all that. Things do happen, unfortunately. Well, I can't say that I hope you enjoyed the video, but hopefully you guys know. And if there are, I will post some links down below to some things you can read, or maybe there are even some places you can donate to. I don't really know. I guess that'll about do it then. See you all tomorrow.